Welcome, Eastern Sierra. I'm Jesse Steele with Eastern Sierra Now, and this is your local news update for Monday, May 11th. Today is National Eat What You Want Day, which feels less like a holiday and more like my official breakfast strategy. So if you started the day with a pastry, a sandwich, a burrito, or some leftover barbecue, well, congratulations. You're not making bad decisions. You're celebrating. All right, coming up today, we've got a pet supply drive helping the Inyo County Animal Shelter, Titus Canyon reopening in Death Valley, important election deadlines for Inyo County voters, a major comeback for California red-legged frogs in Yosemite, Mule Days updates, firewood permits, volunteer opportunities at Manzanar, Mammoth cleanup effort, traffic impacts on 395, sports, and your community calendar. Today's Eastern Sierra Now newscast is brought to you by Great Basin Bakery, serving up fresh bread, bagels, pastries, sandwiches, and all the good stuff that makes walking into a bakery dangerous in the best possible way. Whether you're grabbing breakfast, lunch, coffee, or just pretending you're only looking, Great Basin Bakery is a Bishop favorite for a reason. Stop in, support local, and celebrate National Eat What You Want Day, the responsible way, with carbs. All right, let's get into it. Here's what's happening around the Eastern Sierra. May is National Pet Month, and Big Pine Schools is hosting a food and pet supply drive for Inyo County Animal Shelter. The shelter helps and houses approximately 250 animals each year until they can find their forever homes. The following donations are being accepted: any unopened dog or cat treats, lightly used small dog or cat beds, new or slightly used leashes, collars, and toys, clean towels, and blankets. Dog or cat food must be one of the following: Diamond Naturals chicken and rice formula dog food, and Nulo, N-U-L-O, chicken and cod cat food. These brands can be purchased at tail waggers. The staff knows the food that are okay for the shelter, so please ask. Please do not donate open bags of food. Money donation can be accepted by the Inyo Animal Resource Foundation at the website inyoanimalresourcefoundation.org. Donations can be dropped off at Big Pine Schools or the animal shelter located at 1001 County Road in Big Pine. The drive ends on May 21st. Please help your local animal shelter and animals in need. Titus Canyon Road, one of Death Valley National Park's most popular backcountry drives, has reopened after an initial phase of flooding repairs. The road will close again in October for additional work, including improvements to reduce damage from future flash floods. We are thrilled to temporarily restore public access to this special place, said Mike Reynolds, park superintendent. A drive through Titus Canyon is an amazing experience. You see expansive views at Red Pass, petroglyphs at Clear Spring, mining history at Leadfield Ghost Town, and drive through a slot canyon only 20 feet wide. That sounds awesome. Titus Canyon Road has been closed since it was heavily damaged by a flash flood in August of 22. National Park Service crews recently moved boulders, filled in drop-offs, and graded the roadway. Beginning in October, contractors will widen an eroding section of the road near Red Pass, stabilize rock walls, and install drainage features. Know before you go. A high-clearance four-wheel drive vehicle is recommended. The 27-mile one-way road begins west of Beatty, Nevada, on Nevada 374. Allow 2 to 3 hours for the drive. Do not enter Titus Canyon if rain is forecasted due to flash flood risk. Bring water and supplies, and water and water and more water. No cell signal is available. Intermittent closures may happen to prepare for continued construction. Full closure is scheduled from October 1st, 2026 through at least April 30th, 2027 for additional repairs. So it sounds like now is the time. The Inyo County Elections Office reminds voters of important upcoming election dates for the June 2nd primary election. Ballots were mailed to eligible voters on May 4th. May 18th is the last day to register. Mailed ballots received by May 28th will be included in Election Day tallied results. Ballots received after May 28th but by Election Day will be tallied within days after Election Day. June 2 is Election Day, not Election Results Day. Mailed ballots postmarked by Election Day must be received by June 9th. June 11th is the tentative hand tally audit. Mailed ballots received by Election Day that weren't signed or with signatures that didn't pass inspection will result in voters receiving letters requesting signature validations. These letters can be received up to June 24th to have their ballots accepted and included in the election tallied results. June 25 is the target date to certify local election election results. As we approach the June 2nd primary election, Inyo County elections encourages strong voter participation, while state and federal contests will continue to the November general election. Most of our local contests will be decided in June. This includes 2 separate Superior Court judge contests and the County Superior District 1 contest. For County Supervisor District 3, where 3 candidates are running, the contest will advance to the general election unless one candidate receives more than 50% of the total votes cast. Make your plan to vote. Every eligible voter will receive a ballot by mail, and in-person voting options will also be available. Your voice shapes Inyo County's leadership. The California red-legged frog, a federally threatened species absent from Yosemite National Park for decades, has made a significant comeback after 10 years of coordinated conservation work. Partners marked the milestone on May 7th. Speakers delivered remarks near Yosemite Falls before releasing several zoo-reared frogs, including the program's symbolic 10,000th frog, nicknamed, you guessed it, Twain. My spirit animal. The California red-legged frog gained national recognition in the celebrated jumping frog of Calaveras County by Mark Twain. The species, the largest native frog in the western United States, grows 2 to 5 inches long and is known for its reddish underside and soft, short calls. It inhabits ponds, streams, and wet meadows. Invasive American bullfrogs introduced to the park drove the species' decline. Elevated raccoon populations, fueled by open waste sites that remained in use until the 1970s, also contributed to the loss. Park staff spent decades removing bullfrogs, while habitat improvements tied to the Merced River Plan restored wetlands, stream banks, and river systems critical to the frog's survival. The recovery effort is led by the National Park Service in collaboration with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, Yosemite Conservancy, and San Francisco Zoo and Gardens. A key component of the effort is a dedicated rearing facility established in San Francisco in 2016 through a partnership between the National Park Service and the San Francisco Zoological Society. The program is supported by the Zoo Park Partnership Program, facilitated by the Wildlife Restoration Foundation, and is considered a model for species recovery in California. This year, the zoo plans to release about 830 juvenile frogs into Yosemite. If you've been in Bishop for more than 10 minutes, you already know that Great Basin Bakery is basically a local landmark. Fresh breads, cookies, and they can turn any bad day around. And sandwiches that make your lunch feel like a small holiday. And here's the inside scoop. If you're headed towards the brand new Marshall's store, don't miss Great Basin's outlet store right nearby. Perfect for stocking up before your next Eastern Sierra adventure. Or let's be honest, the drive home. Great Basin Bakery, where local flavor meets unbeatable freshness. And now, dangerously close to your shopping cart. Bishop Mule Days celebration is right around the corner this May 19th through the 24th. The countdown is on for 6 unforgettable days of mule shows, entertainment, Western tradition, and family fun. New this year is the red carpet buckle ceremony. Join the crowd in the main arena 30 minutes after the Sunday afternoon show. All Bishop Mule Day World Division and Reserve Championships and all-around World and Reserve Championships will be presented on the COSO stage. The ceremony is free for all to attend, and all are welcome to come and join this fun new tradition. Also happening this year, Ranch America, now in its 4th season on the Outdoor Channel, will be filming right here. Host River Class, a rancher and restaurateur from Calaveras County, will be stepping into the arena and competing in Friday's show aboard one of the legendary Lane Ranch mules. Longtime mule supporter since 1970, Ranch America shines a spotlight on the real stories of ranchers, cowboys, and working animals, and the landscapes that define the American West, and now Mule Days gets to be a part of that story. If you're in the stands Friday, don't be surprised if you see cameras rolling. You might just be part of the show. And Mule Days is more than an event. It's a tradition where town becomes a team. The team is made up of hundreds of volunteers who bring the magic to life each year. From the arena to behind the scenes, every role helps create something unforgettable. No experience needed, just a great attitude and a willingness to be part of something bigger than yourself. This is your chance to connect, give back, and be part of a true Bishop tradition. Volunteer forms are available at muledays.org. I'll see you there. Inyo National Forest personal use firewood permits are now available. Permits are $15 per cord with a minimum 2 cord purchased. Most funds from firewood permit sales are returned to the forest for continued implementation of this program and the Inyo National Forest Fuelwood strategy. Online purchases by credit card opened May 1st. In-person purchases at visitor centers will begin May 29th. Bring a credit card or make an appointment with Forest Service employees to buy tags with cash or check. Mono Basin Scenic Area Visitor Center in Levining is open daily 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Mammoth Lakes Welcome Center is open daily 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The White Mountain Public Lands Info Center in Bishop is open Friday and Saturday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the Eastern Sierra Visitor Center in Lone Pine is open Thursday through Monday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pick up firewood collection maps at local visitor centers and be sure to follow all permit regulations. Volunteers are needed at Manzanar National Historic Site on Memorial Day weekend. The site is looking for volunteers for their community archaeology project from May 21st through 25th. Join park staff and community members as they continue excavating the Block 6 Mess Hall Japanese garden. These gardens reflect resilience, dignity, and hope for the future. By uncovering and restoring the Block 6 garden, you can help preserve its story and share it with visitors today. The project's main focus will be digging out the garden pond, which is currently filled with debris. The site can host up to 30 volunteers each day. Volunteers must be at least 15 years old and able to work outdoors. You may sign up for any number of days or hours, but full day or multi-day participation is preferred. Work will take place rain or shine. Please bring lunch, snacks, water, sunscreen, a hat, and work gloves. Workers will meet back at Block 6 at 7:30 a.m. for introductions and a brief safety talk, then work until 2:30 p.m. To reserve your spot, email manzinformationrequest@nps.gov. Let me spell that for you. manz_information_request@nps.gov. Complimentary trash bags are now available from the Town of Mammoth Lake's office between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the Mammoth Disposal offices from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Grab a bag or two before Saturday, May 15th to clean up the town streets, trails, multi-use paths, parks, neighborhoods, and public spaces. Drop your full bags of trash at the Mammoth Disposal Transfer Station on May 15th and 16th between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Sustainability Fair on Saturday, May 16th at the Community Recreation Center. Please visit the Mammoth Lakes website for more information about Town Cleanup Day. On Eastern Sierra Now's Just a Minute election coverage program, we sat down with Dana Crom, candidate for Inyo County Superior Court Judge.
What experiences in your legal career have best prepared you to serve as a judge in Inyo County?
So as I just said, I've handled thousands of cases. I have handled civil, criminal, family law, probate, juvenile, everything basically that comes before the court. So in addition to having that broad base of experience, I have also represented residents in Inyo County and interests in Inyo County throughout our 10,000 square miles. So from the far reaches of the desert all the way up to Bishop and in between. Lastly, I've also, in addition to my practice, participated with justice-involved partners. So these are individuals that meet to discuss how can we better provide court services and justice services to individuals in Inyo County. And so I have focused both on the practical and the legal aspect.
Now to the roads. New traffic impacts start this week. On US 395 at J Street in Bishop, the eastbound turn lane onto J Street will be closed while crews connect new water lines. Work is scheduled Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Detours are available. Several ongoing projects also continue. In Bishop on the northbound lanes, US 395, the outside lane and shoulder are closed from Bishop Creek Bridge to Barlow Lane. The southbound shoulder will be intermittently closed from Tusu Lane to CV Lane. All driveways remain accessible during construction. Bridge work over Bishop Creek will continue through the end of May. Work is scheduled Tuesday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Work on the Bishop Pavement Project will pause May 19th through the 30th during the Mule Days Festival, but work on the northbound side of US 395 is ongoing. The right turn pocket on East Line Street onto US 395 and the left turn pocket onto US 395 from West Line Street are closed. Access to Willow Street from US 395 is unavailable. On North Sierra Highway, the southbound outside lane and shoulder are closed. Work is scheduled Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sports coverage on Eastern Sierra Now is brought to you by Copper Top Barbecue in Big Pine, the place where the smoke does half the advertising before you even get out of the car. Trust me, living in Big Pine, it's pretty difficult. From tri-tip and ribs to pulled pork and big barbecue plates, Copper Top is the kind of Eastern Sierra stop that turns, I'll just grab a quick bite, into I may need to sit here for a minute. Big thanks to Copper Top Barbecue for helping bring you sports on Eastern Sierra Now. Go to coppertopbarbecue.com for more. Oh, and remember this, Local 20. Trust me on that. Now let's get into some sports. Bronco baseball and softball were on the road to Cal City on Friday. Varsity baseball defeated Cal City 7-0. The team had 11 hits on 33 at-bats, with 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 strikeouts, and stole 3 bases. Pitching struck out 6 batters. JV baseball also got the win, 14-7. The team had 9 hits on 20 at-bats, with 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 strikeout, and stole 8 bases. Pitching struck out 11 batters. Varsity softball lost 12-3. The team had 8 hits on 32 at-bats, with 3 doubles and 7 strikeouts, and stole 1 base. Pitching struck out 2 batters. Distant Brewing's open mic night is tonight in Mammoth from 6 to 9 p.m. The event's free, and instruments and mics are provided. Please plan to limit your set to 3 to 4 songs or 15 minutes. The Sierra Nevada Aquatic Research Laboratory seminar series continues Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a presentation on golden mussels. The free seminar will be held at the Snarl Facilities Page Center in Mammoth. Young people are encouraged to attend, and well-behaved children are welcome. Bishop Union High School Bronco Athletics will host a signing day at the Gus Clekus Gym on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. The event celebrates college-bound student athletes. IMACA will hold their reoccurring food drive at the St. Joseph Church in Mammoth Lakes on Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. You can sign up for the free event at imaca.net and even designate someone to pick up your food if you are unable to. The Bishop Ultras Trail Running Series will be held at Mill Pond Recreation Area on Saturday from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. All net proceeds benefit the Eastern Sierra Youth Outdoor Program and Inyo County Search and Rescue. Visit bishopultras.com for more information. Eastern Sierra Land Trust is hosting a Pollinator Garden Inspiration Tour on Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. The self-guided tour is free, and maps and itineraries are available at the ESLT office in Bishop. Coffee will be provided. And Mule Days and the Memorial Day Weekend Arts and Crafts Fair return to Bishop next week. Mule Days runs from May 19th through May 24th at the Tri-County Fairgrounds, with the parade on Main Street 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. The Arts and Crafts Fair, organized by the Inyo Council for the Arts, runs May 22nd through 25th at the Bishop City Park and is open Friday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Monday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's your Eastern Sierra Now news update for Monday, May 11th. Thank you so much for listening and for spending part of your day with us as we keep you connected to what's happening across Inyo and Mono counties. And thank you again to Great Basin Bakery in Bishop for sponsoring today's Eastern Sierra Now newscast. You can catch Eastern Sierra Now news on KIBS KBOV every weekday at 7 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. And if you want local news any other time of the day, head to easternsierranow.com, download the Eastern Sierra Now mobile app, follow us on social media for up-to-the-minute local updates, and like and subscribe on our YouTube for video news, interviews, entertainment, and local programs, just like you heard here on Just a Minute. I'm Jesse Steele with Eastern Sierra Now. Have a great day, vote when it's time, watch the road work, support local, and remember, on National Eat What You Want Day, the bakery counts as civic participation. God bless America.